am so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3's release this year, and there are so many different ideas I have for things I would love to see happen in the game, and most of them are pretty cool ideas that would do well, and I definitely think you'll enjoy. But then after looking at some of the others, I've realized that some of them are really weird. I figured I've made a top 5 hopes video already, but why the hell not go and do something different, something no Kingdom Hearts YouTuber has done before, probably for good reason, and put together a list of 5 weird situations or things that I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3, and by weird I just mean strange or funny things that I wouldn't typically ask for because they don't add anything and I kinda just want them. These aren't things that I would be disappointed if they don't happen. In fact, most of them probably won't and maybe shouldn't, but that's what I find fun about this, and I know why in the world would you guys give a single coupon of what weird things I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3? Well, some of you probably don't. However, this is the same fan base who for 16 years have gone crazy with questioning and theorizing what's in Sora's shoes, which, FYI, is beyond weirder than anything on this list, I promise. But since you guys have been asking about that weird thing forever, I figured I'd enlighten you all at the end of this, because after deep intensive research, 6 reads through the Book of Prophecies, and more playthroughs of the Kingdom Hearts series than I have ever been taught to count, I have the answer for you. That's right, I, Mog, have unlocked the deepest and darkest secrets of the Kingdom Hearts lore, so make sure that you stick around for these 5 weird things that I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'll be sure to include that weird thing at the end of the video for you. And without further ado, let's go. Kicking off this list of weird things I really want to see in KH3 is a scene with Sora and this gem.
Sora! Dinner's ready!
That's right guys, you already know that I want Destiny Islands to be an explorable world, and if this happens, I really do hope that we get a weird scene between Sora and his mom, or both of his parents, something like where they question his whereabouts, or they scold him for leaving home without dinner at 14, or scold him for trying to go on this next big adventure. I think this is weird because I really do just kind of want to see, after all the adventures Sora's gone on, all the enemies he's had to face, and all the worlds he's saved, him to be face to face with a true beast, his angry mother. See, I told you it was weird. But while being a weird scene to want them to throw in, I don't at all think this would end up being a weird scene in the game. I think it would be absolutely hilarious to see Sora like get grabbed by the ear or Severus Snaped in the back of the head for leaving home like that, but it also makes Sora more grounded. Sure, you may not have asked this question when Kingdom Hearts first came out, but now you are probably wondering how a 14-year-old could disappear from home for at least 2 years without a word just to come back and leave again, as if he is returning home from college for the holidays and like nothing happened. It really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and so I hope to see something with them, because otherwise there was no point in even ever writing parents into the game. We never see them. The only point in them being there is to leave a looming curiosity over our head about who they are, what they were like, and how they felt about Sora's absence, you know, when they actually started to remember him again. And honestly, what would at least be as funny, if not twice as funny, as Sora's mom asking all these questions is the fact that Sora would actually have to try to explain it to her, and explain to her everything going on in the Kingdom Hearts universe and why he has to do what he's doing. And this would be hilarious, because I can imagine Sora's about as confused by the events going on around him as the most casual Kingdom Hearts fan is about the story of the game. But anyways, I really hope this is there. We're gonna move on now. Okay, so this is definitely one of the weirder ones because I don't know why I want this. It doesn't even make sense. I kind of just do. I want a scene that we can see a canonical Keyblade change, where we can see a character swap the Keychains. And if I had to give a reason as to why, I think it's because the Keychains and lore behind them has never been fully explored, and at the same time are quite important to the lore and build of the Kingdom Hearts universe, as they are the explanation for a Keyblade wielder being able to change their Keyblade's form and abilities. But there are so many different questions that come to mind when I think about Keychains and how they work, and sure, I know my Kingdom Hearts stuff. I could probably come up with a good headcanon for the mysteries behind Keychains, like I'm sure many people have, but I also believe that they could be better fleshed out so that people don't have to do that. And I think actually seeing a keychain being changed, or even just a Keyblade's keychain being used in the game, would answer a lot of questions. But even if this is just a strange pipe dream, and it seems like there really is no reason to add a scene like that, which there really isn't, and that's why it made this list, I think that it would be interesting to actually find a way to do this. And one way I imagined is if when we see Xehanort get handed down No Name, rather than him being given the complete Keyblade on the wall from the trailer, maybe just giving him the keychain itself, which could work, because honestly, I think the fact that entire Keyblades can be handed down kind of just clashes with the idea of keychains making up the form of a Keyblade, and I've always thought this about the Master's Defender at the end of Birth by Sleep too. I know it helped with the fluidity and pacing of the scene to have Aqua just pick up the full Keyblade, but I think it also would have been nice to see Aqua just pick up her Master's keychain. It would have finally solidified an in-game cutscene, the fact that Keyblades take their form and powers from the keychains, but what do I know? Maybe this one's just weird. Next up on the list of weird things I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 is what I can only imagine to be a hilarious or maybe powerful scene between Terra, Aqua, and Roxas. Now, I have talked on the channel before about the possibilities with the scene between Roxas and Ventus, and how I think that is one of the things I am most excited for in Kingdom Hearts 3. But what I think would be almost as funny as Ventus and Roxas seeing each other and realizing they look identical is a scene where maybe Terra and Aqua mistake Roxas for Ven, because with Ven and Roxas, they both will immediately realize it's someone else, even if they are identical, whereas with Terra and Aqua, the only thing to distinguish these two characters is their personality, and I mean, clothes too, but come on, that doesn't count. So I could totally see Terra and Aqua getting a glimpse of Roxas and mistaking him for Ven, but this also has more potential than just being funny. I can also see a scenario where even if they do know it's not Ven, for an instant seeing Roxas and just being awestruck, reminding them what they still have to fight for, maybe in a moment of doubt. Either way they go with it though, I think a moment like this would be great for lightening up what I imagine for the most part is going to be a heavier plot, and again, it just makes those reactions to seeing someone who looks exactly like your best friend who has been in a coma for the last 12 years seem even more real when they don't act like it's a normal thing. And one of the things that I really hope doesn't happen in Kingdom Hearts 3 is that they don't introduce Roxas to Ven, Terra, and Aqua, and everyone just goes on about their day like nothing about this situation is weird. Coming in at number 2, and I don't have a whole lot to say about this one, I need this relationship between Sora and Kairiis to be established. And I know some of you might not even think this is weird at all. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that want this, but for me personally, I find my wanting this weird because I definitely don't ship characters usually, and I wouldn't want more than a scene to be dedicated this because I don't want it to become the focal point of the game. But at the same time, there's clearly always been this intention of hinting that Sora has this secret, not so secret crush. I mean, even Goofy calls him on it, and he hasn't even really spent more than 5 minutes in the same vicinity as Kairiis. So while I may not be one to care too much for pushing relationships in my games, I also think there has been too much leading up to this one, and I'm kind of just hoping that Kingdom Hearts 3 carries its theme of resolution over their relationship as well, because I can't take these subtle crush hints anymore. Sora needs to jump on it, because I could literally make a 10-minute video just going through all the different times Sora let this borderline weird crush he has for Kairiis slip through the cracks. Yeah, that's not weird at all. Now for my number 1 pick, which is both my favorite and the least likely thing on this list. There are so many amazing Kingdom Hearts memes out there, so many juicy jokes that have become really popular amongst the community, and almost any Kingdom Hearts fan can usually at least pop off 1 or 2 of them, and with knowing that Square has paid attention to the community, I guarantee that they have seen them, and I think that it would be really funny to see 1 or a couple of them make their way into the game in interesting ways. It would be an amazing shout out to the Kingdom Hearts fans from Nomura and the rest of the team, because while maybe not everyone would catch it, the ones who do will know that they got those out of the community, and I don't know, I just think that would be really cool. It'd make the community feel like they were part of it. But honestly, I gotta say, I think the biggest kicker for me wanting this is I want Sora to call Donald out. This has been a long time coming. This has been the joke of the community. Everybody and their mom talks about Donald's healing, and I think we're at the point where all the times Donald has called Sora out on fighting, magic, or even just in general, I want to see Sora call him out one time. I even imagined how it would go down. Sora and Donald are arguing about something after a battle, and Donald talks shit about Sora's fighting ability as he's done multiple times before, and Sora just drops the bomb with a snarky, well, if you would heal me. And honestly, the more and more I think about it, the more and more I want it. Forget the rest of them, I just want this. Please. But anyways guys, that was 5 weird things that I want in Kingdom Hearts 3, and I challenge you if you can to think of 1 or more of your own strange hopes for Kingdom Hearts 3. I'd love to hear about them, so please leave those down in the comment section below. But the video is not over yet, because now that you've made it through the end, I'm going to put an end to this confusion once and for all. The true answer to what is in Sora's shoes is his feet. Look, I know some of you were hoping for something crazy like that Sora stores his keychains in there, or maybe that he keeps a year's supply of socks in the front so that your boy can keep his feet fresh. But nah, still skeptical? Still believe that Sora's just storing the mysterious black box inside of his shoes? Okay. Well, let's look at Birth by Sleep. Specifically, let's look at Sora in Birth by Sleep, and even more specifically, his feet. If you look hardly closely at all, it would only take you 0.2 seconds, see what I did there, to realize the one crucial element into debunking this. These are not the feet of a child, they are paddles attached to the end of his legs. I think it is 100% safe to say that in just 10 years, his feet would grow so insanely large that even Mickey Mouse can't help but wonder what he's keeping in there. But guys, I'm glad I cleared that up for you, and that I have proven that I know the truth even behind the most mysterious of the Kingdom Hearts lore. So be sure that you subscribe with notifications on to stay up to date with all of my Kingdom Hearts content. There are so many big things happening this year, I wouldn't want you guys to miss out, and I will see you next time.